You know, they were talking about climate change yesterday, and now we're learning that scientists and researchers are looking at how to change the weather on purpose. That's right. Lasers now could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor, nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, they did not get into this discussion, though. But it is fascinating. I mean, lasers, really, to change the weather?
That's right. Well, as Mark Twain once famously said, everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything about it.
All right, the Informant back in the building. So, in New York, in just 20 minutes, everything was underwater. People said it was a flash flooding like they never seen before. And before they know it, the cars, sidewalks, and the subways was underwater, right? People had no time to react at all. That's why you see so many people just walking home from school, walking home from work, or going to work. I don't know if y'all notice, but it's a lot of storms and irregular weather patterns going on. Whether that's in Jamaica, we even saw North Carolina go through something that they've never seen before. And this brings up the question, could humans be playing with the weather? Because we even seen
Dubai's apocalyptic storm self-inflicted. The Middle Eastern city saw 18 months of rain in one day, and there are suspicions it could be due to cloud seeding. The United Arab Emirates has used the controversial technique to meddle with Mother Nature.
Cloud seeding. It got so hot over there that they had no choice but to bring out certain technology that they probably didn't even want the public to know that exists. But they had to do it.
Here's where it's also going to get controversial, perhaps. Cloud seeding is something that I studied in school for meteorology, weather modification. Back when I went to school, it was like, I've poo-pooed a little bit. It was too expensive, it's not efficient enough. Well, guess what? When you get desperate and then technology gets better, 20 years later, here we are. Cloud seeding is ramping up so big. You see me there showing that flare on the plane. They send silver iodide into the clouds, and then it makes it snow more. So they can't make a cloud, right? But they're taking storms that are already there and then giving it a little boost. So this is not, that part's not new. What's new is they have hundreds of these ground cloud seeders. So they're actually puffing the silver iodide with a flare. And you see, I think I have a picture of the actual ground cloud seeder into the air. That thing sits all over the Rocky Mountains, all over the American West. 10 states are doing this. And I wanted to tell this story because my friend Russ is the state climatologist of Colorado. And he said, you've got to see what's happening with cloud seeding. It is huge and it's only getting bigger by next year.
And this, of course, reminds me of two different movies. The Day After Tomorrow and also the movie 2012. When you see so many different weather patterns starting to change to where people are freezing to death or they're burnt to death, honestly. It gets super hot or super cold. And the way this, we've seen the Hawaii fires, we've seen the California fires. So none of this is far-fetched at all. And we've all seen the heart machine that they showed us a long time ago, probably like, 10 years ago, when the guy was sitting there and the cloud machine made clouds and then dude drove all the way to like Alabama or something, and those same clouds that the machine produced made it rain in Alabama at a certain time.
And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you, it's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh.
So we can't even deny that these type of technologies exist. And I'm not making any allegations towards any of these companies like HARP or whoever else that does this weather manipulation technology. But it just seems a little ironic that there's conversation being had about smart cities and all these other things. And these weather patterns are all of a sudden becoming so crazy that it's washing away certain places or burning up certain places right on time for Agenda 2030. Now, for anyone that saw the movie The Day After Tomorrow, y'all can't tell me that this doesn't seem very familiar, that these streets of New York City is slowly starting to look like scenes from that specific movie. And it's scary because we've seen, even on the dollar bill, it shows that New York is gonna go underwater. I don't know why that's on the dollar bill. Maybe it's predictive programming. But we all heard all these leaders from the World Economic Forum telling us the plans that they have for us. And it seems like what they've been saying, especially from the 2020 situation, they predicted this 5 to 10 years ahead of time. So I think a lot of us are thinking about the Agenda 2030 as if it's not something, but people really got to start paying attention, especially when you start seeing certain things, random storms just popping up all over the world, imbalanced environment. What's really going on? Who's really controlling this? Because I remember, if maybe y'all can relate to me with this. Do y'all see how dark these clouds be? And then you see these clouds and you expect for it to rain, and it don't freaking rain. The clouds just be dark as hell. And then with the movie 2012, it got even worse. They basically showing the earth cracking all throughout America, around the world, period. Just total collapse. And it's just strange. Why are these movies depicting such dark energy?
Also be clear, the future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room.
They are controlling the future. They're just giving you a warning. They said they have to show you what's going to happen before it actually happens. And I think this is what we're getting. We're getting the subtle warnings through these movies. And it's so scary if you even think about that they're warning you that either the earth is going to fall apart on its own, or it's going to be deliberately done by the powers to be. And in the movie 2012, only the elite had passes to get on those ships.
What color are your boarding passes?
I have green card. For my boys to leave.
What?
That allowed you to survive during the whole chaotic moments of either the floods or the earth cracking. So that's kind of even symbolic in itself. And they put that in there right in front of your face. And it's such a great movie. I love that movie. I watched it like 100 times already. But for them to show you that people had to pay $1 billion to get on these ships, or you had to be a government official at a high rank to even be allowed to get on those ships, it's crazy. And it also reminds me of Donald Trump now offering certain visas for certain professionals from other countries, and they're charging, I think, $1 million for these visas to come over in America and do business on a major scale. So this sounds very familiar.